I think this video has like millions of views. Yeah, it has a million.
Welcome to the jungle!
This is XQC.
Huh.
This team sucks! Cucklord piece of shit, so you are.
Oh my god.
Suck it, suck it, suck it, suck, suck. So what now? What now, you bitches?
He was once one of the Overwatch League's best tank
I
players.
have never seen X like in a professional setting, actually.
I think that if he
That's pretty
carries on
epic.
performing like this, he could be a top 3, top 4 tank in the league.
XQC cleaning house.
I didn't know he was like an actual pro.
He's a product of the internet age, a kid who became
Oh
famous
my god, he
online.
looks so young here.
We rolled you and smoked your ass!
And then, all at once, he was thrust into a professional world.
It's a jungle in here. XQC.
Wait.
A clean-cut franchise professional league where he had to be on his best behavior.
Holy moly.
Lock away his toxic side and put on a show for the fans.
Aw.
But that just wasn't meant to be.
Shut your fucking mouth, go back there, suck a fat cock.
Oh my
you would
god.
like, but
X?
This is the story of XQC.
X? Jeez.
We're looking for the top players in the world and the team owners who will form the Overwatch League.
Wait, I feel like he's so much nicer now. Any objections in the chat? Or maybe he's just nice to us. Is he reformed? No?
A brand new game and a fully franchised, geolocated league.
Nicer. Or maybe
A
like
league that had the power to
it's
create
tamed.
superstars overnight. The
It's
Overwatch
just to
League
you guys.
changed the game.
We are working towards launching the Overwatch League as the pinnacle of Overwatch esports, one that all aspiring players and audiences can celebrate, strive towards, and call their own.
When the Overwatch League was first announced, it instantly made waves across competitive gaming. Those with a first-person shooter background flocked to the game for a shot at a pro contract. Everyone wanted in
It's the
on the
psych
ground floor.
effect.
One of those
You
being
guys
Felix
make it sound like a
XQC Langell.
science. Oh my god. I wish I knew X at in this era. Like I wish I watched his streams, but I actually didn't.
oh!
I didn't
XQC
watch
was a
his
tank
streams
main
at all
and was
at this
building a
point in time.
reputation as an incredible talent while piloting Winston, one of the game's premier
Wow.
space makers. He was aggressive yet controlled in-game, something he wasn't outside of it. Like many other up-and-coming players, XQC paired his competitive aspirations with a rapidly growing Twitch stream. As a broadcaster, he was completely uncaged.
What is
Yo!
this animation?
Loads of toads! Welcome to the jungle! Thanks for subscribing! Woo! Let's fucking we got a sub! Dude, we got a fucking sub! We got a fucking sub up in this bitch! Another fucking sub! A subscription to my channel! Woo! Let's go!
Oh my god.
The
X?
living embodiment of the internet, a master of memes, games, chugging
That's
cokes,
actually
rage
so
quitting, and
funny.
of course, that trademark
That's
flame.
great.
Cloudmaker, Cucklord!
Oh god.
Paid service, Cucky, Cucklord
Jesus.
piece of shit, so you are.
For XQC, his journey began with a team called Datsit, which won a small DreamHack
Datsit.
Montreal event, and then Q?, which was later acquired by Denial Esports.
Hey guys, my name is XQC. I'm the current tank for Team Denial, and I play a lot of competitive games, so you might know me from solo queue as well.
And it was
Aw,
with
that
Arc
was
6
nice.
that they qualified for Season 0 of the Overwatch League Contenders, a proving ground for
Oh,
players.
No, the advertisements have played. Oh, what a shame. Time to use the bathroom, and you guys can listen to Bleachers by Templove. I'll be right back. I know the ads are playing. I'll be right back.
Sorry about that text you got, I didn't ever mean to send it. So you got me in my feelings, also fuck autocorrect. And I've been doing fine, except the stabbing pain up in my chest. And I'm stuttering, I'm done. But now you're gone again. I'll take all your issues, you can have my friends. I don't miss seeing or miss you on my phone screen. Now I save the tissues that you bought me from a nosebleeds. I don't think about you, but it don't sleep. Gone again. I'll take all your issues, you can have my friends. I don't miss seeing or miss you on my phone screen. Now I save the tissues that you bought me from a nosebleeds. I don't think about you, but it don't sleep. What you trying to get at? Lyrical on the boat, miss my RT. Hit 'em all like a joke, man, it's all I fear. Catch 'em all, fuck 'em all, so bright idea. Never heard a ringtone, but now you're gone again. I'll take all your issues, you can have my friends. I don't miss seeing them, miss you on my phone screen. Now I save the tissues that you bought me from a nosebleeds. I don't think about you, but it don't sleep. Gone again. I'll take all your issues, you can have my friends. I don't miss seeing them, miss you on my phone screen. Now I save the tissues that you bought me from a nosebleeds. I don't think about you, but it don't sleep. Some days I don't miss your taste, but some nights fall on my face. It's alcohol without all the chase. I get away without a heartbreak. You in the city, you're out of state. Chase you from out, but can't keep up pace. I left your backpack with your phone on the staircase.
Alright, I'm back.
Sorry about that text you got, I didn't ever mean to send it. Told you got me in my feelings. Also,
I assume the ads are done.
Players who hope to reach the big leagues. In addition to contenders, many of the game's most influential eyes were on the Overwatch World Cup in 2017.
It's one of the biggest stages in the world. There's going to be a lot of eyes on you. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
This became an even more pronounced proving ground for the first season of the Overwatch League, and XQC was the main tank for Team Canada.
It's a jungle in here, XQC!
And XQC might just get this done himself.
Oh my God,
There's
his
nothing I can't
jersey
do.
is like
He can't get to the
Canadian
payload. He's being
flag.
pushed away. And that is going to be that second checkpoint coming up here for Canada. Oh, that hole was huge.
Canada!
Oh, it's a beautiful setup for XQC to get the Earth Shatter, but the damage wasn't quite there. But look at all the kills he managed to get just with the use of that ultimate here. Australia were all together in one big juicy package. And XQC out of for breakfast.
Mercy one, Mercy dead.
Soldier!
What's the rest? Okay. It's just
Tracer dead. Let's go! One more round!
Not traditionally known as an
Dude, Overwatch
esports
League
powerhouse,
must have been
Canada
so
impressed
hype.
at the event and showed some great synergy and teamwork
doesn't
that
know.
helped
She
them
doesn't know
overcome
what.
some of the world's finest.
That X is
It's kept half
Canadian?
of Australia from contest at this point whatsoever. Overtime it is.
I know
But where
X is from
are
Quebec.
Australia? ATAR desperately. It's a valiant attempt to keep
And
this game
Canadian
alive. It's not
too.
going to be enough. Australia, your crocodile Dundee. This is why Canada are here. This is why they're one of the best teams as an all-star roster in the World Cup, because it's a new patch. It's a new meta for so many people. But these guys pulled their socks up and adjusted mid-series to bring the
I
reverse
just thought it was
sweep.
funny because
That's
their
true
jersey
grit,
looks like the
hallmark
literal
of a
Canadian
champion.
flag.
Still is out of the picture. Managed to
know?
get decent and taken out.
Like your
Overtime is
jersey
ticking
doesn't
down.
have to look
Sweden,
like the
where
actual
are they?
flag
They're trying to jump on
to
towards the point. They're
represent
rushing in.
Canada,
But
that's all
Canada,
I'm
they put the flag in the ground. The North belongs to the Maple Leaves.
Canada!
In fact, they made it all the way to the finals, where they eventually were dispatched by a star-studded South Korean team
Oh, not
filled
the
with many of the
Koreans.
Overwatch League's future stars. And XQC was voted by the fans as the tournament's
Aw,
MVP.
that's so cute.
Thank you so much for everyone who voted. Thank you so much. Congratulations once again, guys. Give it up for XQC. Give it up for South Korea.
Cute. That's super cute.
When the
My
World Cup
juicy.
came to a close and it was time for the league's franchises to
Oh,
start
it's
signing
Gen
players
Z.
for their inaugural rosters, XQC's name was prominent among prospective main tanks.
DP behind us.
Holy, that was an insane Reinhardt.
from the top ropes? That was
What
fucking near my
the
doggy.
heck? That was insane.
You're dead, sorry. Holy fuck! I'm a maniac in this game!
And on October 28, 2017, the Dallas Fuel announced XQC as the 9th member of their Overwatch League Season 1 roster.
XQC is a spaz who can somehow barely keep his life together, but he absolutely dominates his Winston in game.
One of the best Winstons in the game. Like, that's not what a lot of people would say from a guy who has not been playing professionally for a long time.
It's like he's very, very driven to improve, and I really admire that about
Have
him.
you seen
When he actually
Eurovision
gets
finals?
confident in
No.
himself and his team, I think he's going to do great things.
He will stream all day, he will play all day, he doesn't care. All he wants to do is play and get good.
Heading into the league, they were advertised as one of the best, especially when you looked at the roster they managed to put
Oh no,
together.
this is about to be
With the likes of
tragic.
XQC on the tank line, the talent of players like Taimu and Mickey, and the versatility of Seagull, they look to be one of the premier teams to beat.
They have been the strongest Western team throughout the whole of 2017 and 2016. This is a team with pedigree and so much talent on the roster.
But they stumbled out of the gates.
Oh no.
There
Now 2-0, we're into OT. Can Mickey get this ultimate up in time? Yes, he's going to get that self-destruct. Pulse bomb. Self-destruct to use. Mickey should get the mech back again. There's OT, and so our last map will end in a draw, which means that Seoul Dynasty, as we said earlier, has taken this series.
This is just spinning out of control now for Dallas.
Time ticking away, and that is it. LA Valiant will take Nimbani, and they will take the series 3-0. 3 wins and a tie will be the result of this match between them and Dallas Fuel.
In the Overwatch League, Houston Outlaws 4-0. The Dallas Fuel.
Oh my
the
God.
sweep.
And after their third match against the Houston Outlaws, XQC made matters worse for the organization when he directed a homophobic slur at Austin Muma Wilmot, an openly gay player.
In the wise words of a good friend of mine, rolled and smoked my doggies.
No, he didn't smoke shit. Shut your.
I'm gonna just fast forward because I don't want to have it on my stream, but
Toxic side, but it certainly wasn't his first time getting into trouble. Even prior to joining Dallas, he had his account suspended by Blizzard for abusing their in-game reporting system on stream. He was using it to spam report the accounts of teammates that refused to switch off characters he thought weren't good enough for competitive play.
I report someone that is genuinely fucking up the game, and I get banned in 24 hours?
Oh man.
That's not okay!
And while his online fame was just starting to grow, XQC's style of digital absurdity offered ample opportunity for him to cross the line of what was acceptable.
Let's fucking go! Stop me! Stop me with the phone stack! Go stack and fucking BTR fucking EU! Get the fuck out of my son of a bitch!
He fed off the energy of his viewers and fans and humored them when they urged him to toe that line. The Fuel took matters into their own hands after the league's announcement as well, extending his ban from just 4 games to the entire rest of the stage to reinforce their stance on his actions.
I apologize. I'm super sorry to the people that I've let down, people that support me, that see me differently now. To members of the LGBT community, I'm so sorry. Muma himself, even though I talked to him directly, the Outlaws as a whole, my team, the Fuel organization, and Overwatch League entirely. This could have been a huge deal, a huge disaster to the health of the entire league, and I understand that now, and I'm sorry.
And when he returned from his ban, he clearly had something to prove on stage.
There's a new monkey in town, fresh off the suspension. Usually Harry Hook ducks behind the corner just in time. Comes in. XQC sets it up for AKM. And the barrage is the end of that push for the Gladiators. What a combo from Dallas. We'll see what happens. XQC come in. He goes to the charge. He says, forget the Earth Shatter, but no, Harry Hook gets Fissure anyway. They're not even going to get the Reinhardt ultimate out. Costa going in now with the Coalescence. They use the sound barrier from Harry Hook as well. Hydration back in. There's a Graviton Surge. There's XQC with the double kill. The time is building one more time. The last attack for Dallas Fuel. It looks like it may have done it. Earthshatter coming in, but Fissure can't capitalize. And Dallas Fuel will win King's Row.
I'm super happy to be back after being like a month off and in my room. I'm super glad. Pog him in the chat, and thanks for everyone who supported us. Burn blue!
And thus began the quintessential story of XQC. The constant back and forth between his offstage antics and his increasingly strong onstage performance.
What I love about this as well is that he comes back in and deals so much damage afterwards into this Graviton, generates almost another one, and then blocks that Deadeye that was coming out from Surefour. That's a fantastic play coming out from XQC.
He returned to stage.
Professional Overwatch is insane to watch. I feel like even like streaming, like just content creators streaming Overwatch is already hard to watch. Pro Overwatch is so insane. Like the movement is I'm dizzy. I'm so dizzy. They're so fast. I mean, we know Overwatch is a fast-paced game, but like Pro League is like, it's like a PP meltdown. Every single frame is a
himself
PP
into the
meltdown.
conversation among the league's best main tanks.
I think that if he carries on performing like this, he could be a top 3, top 4 tank in the league. The guy's got skills.
I know that would make a lot of fans happy at home. You guys want to see more XQC?
But the whispers of XQC's redemption arc were silenced just as quickly as they started.
Oh no.
On March 9th, 2018, XQC was suspended by Blizzard for the second time in as many stages. This time for using the try-hard emote in a racially disparaging way towards one of the Overwatch League's casters.
Oh, X talked about this in
I didn't tap into the Overwatch League and looked at who's on screen or whatever. I understand it could look like it, but I post it so very often. I post it all the time. It's literally just how I greet people. Then I was just like, dude, what?
The Dallas Fuel took action.
Uh-oh.
And this time, there was no shot at redemption.
They released
That's announced release of Felix XC L'Angel, boys.
Like more than
or
a year
L'Angel,
ago, I first saw you super hyped and passionate in the
immediate
game
release.
Monsters.
Not even 2 full stages into his Overwatch career, XQC, one of the league's most talented tank players and popular personalities, was removed from the Fuel entirely. Just as quickly as his rise to fame happened, his career looked to be all but over.
So for me, like, the Overwatch League as a whole was pretty bittersweet, to say the least.
Aww.
When I got in, I was really fucking happy, right? And I was like PogChamp, and everyone was happy for me, dude.
He's literally
and
like
was,
one of the most successful streamers.
It was nice, but
he's still,
I just felt
he's still popping.
All undeserving anyway.
At least for the time being, his time on the Overwatch League stage was over.
Even though it sucks for
I
sure.
decided to donate because I saw that you were released. Since you will be going home as soon, it's the least I could do. Stay safe on the streets, my man.
Oh man.
This is it.
Right.
Cue dramatic music, boys.
That's true. Overwatch League didn't really last.
XQC immediately focused all of his attention to his stream.
Okay, watch this. I'm gonna debate them.
Dude, actually worked! Dude fell for that shit.
As a broadcaster, the now outcast XQC instantly flourished. During his first 3 months as a professional streamer after being kicked off the Fuel, his channel spiked up to almost 10,000 viewers concurrently. And they were there for exactly the same person that the Overwatch League had banned.
So what now? What now, you bitches? I'm gonna lead the chat. He's now 06. Get fucking loud! Please! This team sucks! No, I don't give a fuck, dude. I normally I'm respectful. Dog shit!
You see, even as a pro, XQC never logged off. He famously would just chain his Dallas Fuel practices into 8, 9, or 10-hour streams.
Popped off!
He is a gamer incarnate, strung out on red cans of Coke, insta-queuing after a tilting match, and bringing his viewers along for the rage-induced ride.
Oh, God.
We can go
Fucking bitches!
Camera punches are always so funny to me. Oh man, the camera punches are so funny.
It's actually better now. Thank you.
Keep a bomb, watch out.
What the fuck, dude?
He was streaming Overwatch primarily, his ascent to the top 500 on ladder, mixed with the odd Tracer game so he could show off his DPS pocket pick.
Holy shit.
Pop it off!
Damn. Oh,
Holy
clean. Holy.
Dude, San Francisco Shock XQC winning.
Holy Tracer.
What the fuck? Did I kill the whole team? How am I winning this? What the fuck? I killed the whole team, dude.
But despite his high level of play, this wasn't a competitive stream. It was meant to be entertainment. Games and memes and screaming at the top of your lungs and smashing your keyboards and talking trash, all compartmentalized into one Twitch URL, packaged up nicely, and then the volume cranked to 100.
Let's fucking go, boys! Let's fucking go, boys! Holy fucking shit! This is too stuff! Let's fucking go!
And now, freed from the shackles of
development
professional
of the
obligations, he let it all loose for thousands to see.
Oh my god.
Fix the game!
Spencer hit once.
And And whether you loved him or you hated him, thought he was a talented tank player or a toxic gamer, he was still growing. Later in 2018, he was signed to an Overwatch contenders team called GOATS.
I have, but not the key. I have, but not really like the middle of the keyboard. I kind of did like this. I did this, and then I like. Oh, where did my thing go? Hello? Hello? Anyone? We back? I can't believe I slammed the desk and it broke. See guys, this is why I don't rage. Anyways. Right. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so back in the day, when I was a young warthog, I did get angry at games. It was mostly at League, actually. Like, Daddy RNG, thank you so much for the 9 months. Yeah, I mostly got angry at League. There were days where I was a toxic League player, but then as I grew up, I learned to not. And then I became Zen, like Buddha, and I just don't get angry. Also, when you play like 12 hours of League solo queue for 10 years, you become really jaded. Like, you just don't care whether you're winning or you're... Well, obviously it's better if you win, but like, you don't care if you win or you lose, or your teammates are raging, if they rage quit, if they want to surrender at 2015, like, you just don't care. You just don't care. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Nothing matters in League, man. Anyways, that's when I think that's when I developed like insane amount of patience. I stopped like raging or getting mad.
Where he could continue to scratch his competitive itch.
Last fight. He's in the up. I'm fine, go away. Nice. Pushing him forward. It's a fucking green. Right. Any heals? Chase up. Face up. Let's get it, Sorry. Take it out. It's a sure thing. Don't go to board. Chase him out. Where are you going? You're going back to France.
In the wake of his departure from Dallas, XQC was still invited to participate in the 2018 Overwatch World Cup.
To feel, the people in the crowd, the energy, the competitive aspect, it's a lot of fun. So I'm glad to be back.
Throwing body after buying the fight. XQC cleaning house, knocks him off. This is Canada territory, and they take that one. Brent, gotta get the payload. They do. AKM looking for the grab. Doesn't want to get eaten. Drops the grab. Picks up 4. Ball throw you there. No, not quite yet. Unco looking for the XQC. Making room. France struggling. It's not enough. Canada, gonna take map 2. Vince, they need a bit more at the point. XQC, let it all out. Rage to your heart's content as Canada makes the space they need. Point A is theirs, and they move on to the semifinals.
But even though he knew he was walking on thin ice, he was unable to keep himself out of trouble.
Oh no.
The 2018 World Cup was not the Cinderella story Canada and XQC had hoped for.
For China, they seem to be right here where they need to be. Trying to cross the point for XQC. It's a valiant attempt to cross from the superstar, but it may not be enough. Short fall down to one. Sky finds the last orb, and now he's in position to heal up. 5 stars on the flag. 5 stars from the judges.
Oh God, it's China.
And China will be in a gold medal match.
In 2019, XQC is a streamer
also
and
kind of unfun about League Pro play as well, like LCS and stuff, even back in the day, is I think, did NA ever win Worlds? I feel like EU won once. And then like after the first few seasons, every season is just China and Korea. And even though I'm Chinese, I'm like, I want North America to win because I grew up here and I was born here, and I'm like, come on, the West, do something. It's so sad. I actually lost interest in Pro League because like every world is just Korea versus China or like Taiwan or like, you know, one of them, or Korea versus Korea. And I'm just like, well, and then it got worse. NA teams just started importing like foreign players. So the entire NA team was made out of like either Korean or Chinese people anyways. And I'm just like, well, there's no actual like native North American teams that are winning for NA. You know what I mean? Like everyone's imported. Or like EU players. They imported EU players as well.
Broadcaster first.
I think XQC is probably going to be one of your next big boys. I think he's awesome. I think he's going to do great. And I think he's really doing a good job with picking the right games to play.
His concurrent viewership numbers have jumped to more than 15,000 at a time most months, and his popularity online has surpassed the barriers of the esports community and started to blend in with some of the most popular online personalities.
Yeah,
what's up, man? It's been a while, dude. Yeah.
Oh, shit!
Suck it! Suck it, pussy! Suck it! Victory Royale!
What are we watching?
He's
we're watching the story of XQC. That's what we're watching. It's like an origin, like a lore story. Someone told me to watch it last stream, so I saved it for this stream.
Within the uber popular subreddit r livestream fails, and he started to broaden the scope of both his content and his social circle.
XQC's body looks like that alien in Men in Black. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna find it right there. XQC.
He's now often interacting with many of the other top general interest streamers in Soda Poppin' and Greek God X.
Are we gonna at least live near each other so we can hang out when we're done streaming?
Sure, but we're probably all gonna live next to each other and we're never gonna go out.
And then we're gonna stream because we're bored.
Yeah.
Well, despite the game still being a fixture on his channel, you'd be hard-pressed to still call XQC an Overwatch streamer. Quite frankly, it's difficult to call him any one thing, because his channel truly is a living, breathing entity. He'll do, play, or watch whatever's funny, whatever's dramatic, or whatever people are talking about online. He's a variety streamer, top 500 Overwatch player, and online tastemaker. He's chasing one thing, and the only thing, what he calls the juice.
There's no clear definition of what the juice is.
The juice?
Because the juice is whatever you make it. It can be anything. Nobody can define what it is for you. You know what the juice is, right? For me, like sometimes I feel like the juice is... Whenever I win, I pop off, right? Like I go, oh, monkey brain, poo, mauled, poo. That's my juice. Right? No.
Oh, you guys are huge! What the fuck? Dude! Let's go!
Damn, dude. That is insane.
XQC! Holy shit!
Yo! What the fuck? Yo, what the? Actual 6K chipping chip, boys! Oh my god, highly requested,
Juxtaposed within his gaming content is what has come to be some of the most popular content on his channel. Him just sitting in front of a camera and reacting to things.
Go again! Go again. We go again, chat. Guys, I think it's time to go again.
He's added what he calls the Reddit recap every week, where he and his fan base traverse Reddit and watch and react to all of the most popular clips and highlights in the online world.
Okay, Clint falls for the bait.
I'll do
Oh, it's Clint Stevens. I feel like I haven't seen him in a while.
J38.
Wait, what is this? Did he put his entire...
Dude, really? Dude, honestly? Who would fall for this?
I entered in something. Oh, I entered in Jubated.
This is in addition to Media Monday, where, in what might be the most terrifying content creation act of all time, he allows his chat to decide absolutely everything on screen for the entire stream.
What in the world?
What are you doing out
He'll do anything.
Oh my God, he
He'll
did
IRL
Twitch
stream,
things?
play a hand simulator, watch YouTube, just chat, or literally sleep for 9 hours.
Aww.
It's the ultimate chat experience. Somehow, some way, there's a streamer who will more or less do whatever they ask of him at any time.
Can you lick your elbow?
That is...
Okay, why would you want me to lick my elbow?
But at what cost? And that is truly the question when it comes to XQC. On one hand, we have this revolutionary personality, the kind of rambunctious energy that's infectious enough to have an entire subreddit, Discord channel, and community built around him, simply acting crazy online.
What the heck is this?
What the fuck?
What is this?
Jesus, kill me.
And on the other hand, you have someone who has been harmful to a portion of the gaming zeitgeist. Someone who's unafraid to cross lines, uses slurs like they're commonplace, and unabashedly attacks teammates and competitors.
Sorry, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you?
You're so fucking stupid.
Who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck am I?
You're barely GM, dude. You're barely GM. You're barely GM, dude. You better yell boggers and you have one sleep on the fucking line. Fuck you. Get a purple, get a grip, just fucking get the game. Fuck off, avoid it, piece of shit.
He's a living, breathing enigma. A symbol of the rampant, unstoppable growth that is personality-based online content creation. While simultaneously attacking his own growth by reinforcing the dark cloud of bigotry that hangs over gaming in its darkest hours. Recently, he's moved back to LA, where he signed with the LA Gladiators contenders roster.
Hey, shields up, baby!
When was this video posted?
Boys,
Oh,
I just joined
2019.
the Gladiators and the Sentinels.
Is this his path back to the pros? Is a real redemption arc in the future? Is XQC good or bad for gaming?
so
a
dramatic.
hero or a villain? Well, that's for you to decide, but without question, he's only going to get bigger before we find out. Thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, hit
Dude, it's 2022 now. It's been so long since then, guys.